Hello guys, have a seat. Here's Carrie. So there's so many things in the past that I wanted to share with all of you guys. So I just finished my very first time Vipassana course, and I'll say it is life-changing to me. So before this course, I was in Nepal, and right now I'm in Bali. And before, when I was in Nepal, I did my very first time trekking as well. And for me, I think because I was just by myself, and there was low season, not that much people on the street or even on the mountain, and I was completely alone, and it was super challenge for my body, and there were so many physical pains of me. Also, I got fever like twice, and all my body just in pain. Also, I was on my period. So in a physical way, it was so many challenges. But in another way, because I was alone, because there was no one I can talk with, so I was so focused on myself, on my mental world, on my body, and all the sensations. That feels like meditation to me. So then that made me thinking, I kind of like it. I kind of enjoy like all the feeling I got. It doesn't matter if it's rational or emotional. I just feel so refreshed by that experience. And then it was just randomly I decided to do the Vipassana, because before, some of my friends, they have told me that they did some like meditation, this kind of stuff, but at that time I don't know what is that. I have no idea what is that. So I was just check on ChatGPT and ask them what is that, like that type of course, like a long time, maybe 1 month, maybe 10 days, 20 days, and there's no phone, you cannot allowed to talk to anyone, and they say this is the Vipassana course. And there's also some like mild one, like you can still allow to talk to people, but like I was like, if I want to try the, I don't know, just completely different one and a little bit extreme one, and I choose to do Vipassana, and I choose to come back to Bali, and this is my third time here. This is the place I felt comfortable, and I just want the rest of my trip. I feel comfortable, I feel cozy, chill, feel like kind of like homey, and that's one of the reasons why I choose to back here. And I think that's really because normally I don't really go back to the country I've already been. So I'll say this is like really, sometimes you just many slightly and minor details, and that made huge difference. Like if I'm not here, I might not have that much feeling, and I might not feel that way about the whole course, about the whole meditation thing. And anyway, then I got here, and the second day, so I signed up the 10 days course, and the second day I just went to the course. And so they separate the boys group and the girls group, and like girls will live in our own dorm, and it was like a single room, and we eat by ourselves, and we have like our own bathroom, but it's like a public use. And also like everything just like so simple. It's like you need to give all your like entertainment stuff, like your phone, camera, or like laptop, give it to them, let them keep it, so that there's no entertainment. Also, you're not allowed to write diary. Also, you cannot do any drawing, like you cannot keep the pen or paper, like there's just nothing else, just meditation, which is why I think I can have that much feelings about this. Anyway, so for me, I always have some like sleeping disorders in my past 25 years, and it is quite hard for me to fall asleep immediately. It is like so hard, but like for this course, you need to get up at 4 a.m. and you need to sleep at 9 p.m. And for me, it is kind of impossible. Like, I'll say during the whole course, there wasn't one day I actually fall asleep at 9 a.m. I always stay up so late, and the second day I have to wake up so early. So the first few days I was extremely sleepy. So the first few days I was just mainly fighting. I was just fighting with my sleepy. And anyways, I think especially in the whole morning, I was just fighting with my sleepy, and at the night I felt like I've gained some energy. I have energy to focus on meditation. So I'll say at the first few days it really took a lot of efforts to me to actually focus on meditation. So at the beginning, like the whole course is just, there's some like spoil if you really want to do this. But like for me, it's like a very personal experience. But like in a way, if you really want to do this in a short time, like very soon, I think it might change your own judgment about the whole thing. Also, like the perspective, like how you view this, also your expectation, all of this. But like it's better you don't hold any expectation about the whole thing. You just like brand new. You just like a white paper. There's nothing on you. There's no past experience. There's no expectation. There's no yourself. You're a baby. You're a newborn baby. But anyways, like, so I think the first few days I was just every evening I've gained more energy to focus on the meditation, and then at first they will just teach you some like a very simple technique, like how you sit, like what kind of posture gonna be good for the whole meditation, and how you think. Like, so basically there's just don't react to any idea, any sensation, any thoughts, and you just observe them. It doesn't matter if it's like negativity or like positive thoughts. You just like observe them and don't react to them. But I think the first few days I was just quite lazy and try to get used to the whole thing. But like still there were so many thoughts come to me, because for me, I'll say probably like the past 2 or 3 years, I tried really hard to figure out what I really want, try to organize my thoughts and what kind of life I want, what kind of people I want to be, what kind of person I want to be, what kind of life I want to have, what kind of career I want to have, all of this. But like I didn't really figure it out like what I really want. I was still in the fog. I was still felt so lost, so confused about everything. But for somehow, I think it is one most important reason why I could kind of figure it out, like all my thoughts, was because the environment they provided to you, that you could just, there's nothing else you can do. You can just only focus on your feelings, your thoughts, your mind. And for somehow, I just felt like I figured it out. I kind of know what I want to do, and that just never happened in past 2 years. Even though I tried so many different things, I've tried so hard. I always put a lot of efforts on my mental world, on my thoughts, on my feelings, emotions, but that never worked to me. But I think there's also like the whole thing, the whole result wouldn't be like this without one person, because I think the whole thing just like a chain to me. You couldn't, especially like the original source, if this person is missing out in my experience, I probably wouldn't felt all the feelings afterwards. So the first few days I met a girl, and the first few days I would just keep thinking about her. And at the beginning, because for me I never liked a girl in a romantic way. I consider myself as a straight, I only like guys. In a romantic way, in my past 25 years, I just never felt that way before. But then I just kept thinking about her, and so it was just like brand new feelings to me. I just never felt that way, and I was just so excited about the whole thing. I was just so happy, pure happiness, and that made me thinking about like my past 25 years. I always have some problem to get along with guy, and I think even like in my family, like I always have some problem to get along with them, and I think we never really be able to fully understand each other. I think we're just two different type of creatures, and I've always have some problem. I always feel slightly uncomfortable. Sometimes it was like huge uncomfortable to stay with them, to be with them. And at that point I just realized this kind of new feeling, just like this kind of new feeling just made me feel like it's so me. It matched, like the whole feelings just match my value so much, and I felt like this is what I really want, this is what I really comfortable with. And that made me start to thinking that my past 25 years, what I really want, like I always just wanted to be myself, and I always so happy to see like anyone I met in my life to be themselves. It's just like one of my purpose, I think. Then I felt like I always never felt really comfortable about my life, about where I am, about who I am, about who I'm with. And I just felt like, yeah, I just want to be comfortable. And the whole experience made me feel like I'm so comfortable with this brand new feeling. I wasn't felt this way before, and that made me think what I really want in my career as well. I felt like I could not live like that if I just kept doing the career I don't really like 5 days per week. I'm gonna waste most part of my life on a thing I don't really like. That's miserable. Like I cannot live like that. Even though I'm like I never really live like that, but it just like even just like so scary, so terrified to just think about it, And so that made me start to wonder what I really want, what kind of career I really want. I felt like I really don't like dealing with people. I really just wanted to focus on something kind of like that I can just reflect myself, reflect my mindset, my aesthetic, and something that I don't need to deal with people that much. I don't need to talk to people that much, because I'm not saying I hate talk to people, but like when it has some like specific purpose, it always felt like I've been forced to do something, and that made me feel uncomfortable, and that made me have some like communicate issue. Especially I used to work in some like hospitality industry, and when I put in a position, I have to talk to people, I have to make them feel good or whatever. I just feel like I don't like it. I feel like I'm not able to be myself. I just wanted to talk to the people I really like. I mean, I don't hate them, but it's just like I didn't feel the urge to talk to them, and I didn't feel that we matched our energy, well, like whatever. And I just really don't want to back to the same industry anymore. And I mean, until now, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I just got the thought I gonna figure out, and I gonna spend some time, put some efforts, just really on working on my career, what I really want to do, and just put more efforts on the things I'm really good at, and also I really love to do. And I wouldn't feel it just like drained myself, because I think in the past 2 years, like most of the thing I did, it was just like made me feel drained by all of that, and there's no nutrition in the thing. And the whole course, I think it also because the circumstance, it was like so special that you are not allowed to talk to anyone, and you are not allowed to have any like contact with anyone as well. And so it's just like you wouldn't just like spread your energy or give your energy to someone else. And also you're not allowed to talk, there's no entertainment, and you just completely keep your energy in your body. And that made me feel like so recharged, and I feel like quite energetic afterwards. And I haven't felt that way for a long time, because I think in the past I was just always super low energy. Like I wasn't know if it's because the COVID or it is because I'm kind of depressed. Like I don't know. Then now I feel like it's because there's not really that much thing can make me feel like that's the nutrition to me and feel like recharged. That's why it is really important to do something you really have passion on. And I think this is the two most major feelings I got. That my own identity, I think now I consider myself as a bisexual, and I like girls. I think I just, no matter, just like I mentally definitely love girls all the time, but like I've never felt any like sexual attraction by them. But like now I think I just prefer girls more. And another thing, just like my career, I think career just like really matters to me, because they're also gonna change my whole lifestyle. And your lifestyle just decide what kind of person you will be, and what kind of person you can be, and what kind of person you can meet in your real life. And it just really, really matters. It's like career, not just only about a specific job or industry. It's also about your whole life path, and it just matter. It's just like really huge difference to me. And I think that was like in the 6th and the 7th day, I got that huge feelings and huge change in my mind, and I felt like, wow, it just so refreshed to me. And I finally felt like I'm free. And at that time I was wondering, is that the moment of liberation? Like I don't know. Also I felt like there's no one can know except myself. Anyway, I felt friend at that moment. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but that moment just like so important to me, because I haven't felt that way for so long. And just because that moment I felt like, yes, future gonna be much better, and the past you should just leave behind you, and I finally felt I got over something I couldn't get over with in my past one whole year. It was like I mean, 2025 for me, it's like miserable, and it felt like I just really start over again, and so recharged, so energetic, and felt like there's something looking for in the future, and that made me feel so good, so happy. But then after the first week, I think after that, there was just not that much thoughts come to me anymore. So I felt slightly bored, actually huge boredom about the whole thing. I was just like, oh, I really want to play my phone. I really wish I could talk to someone. I really miss my friend, my normal life, whatever. But I don't really have a moment that I really want to quit. I just feel like it's endurable, and I was just hanging there, and I was just saying by myself and talk to myself. And I think after 1 or 2 days, I would just kind of get used to the boredom, and which is good, because I think it's just really important to live without all of these things, like just anything except yourself. You should be okay with just yourself. Like there's no phone, no entertainment, and it is so important that you can get along with yourself. And so the 10th day is the day we can finally talk. Just we are allowed to talk to each other. And I was super excited, because I felt like I have so many thoughts, I have so many things. I felt sharing, I felt talking, and I just want to talk to all the people I wanted to talk. And so at that day, I talked to a lot of people, but I think during the whole course, wait, let me check. I felt like during the whole course, I'm not really strictly followed instruction, because it is so important that you just completely forget who you are and what kind of value you're holding and what kind of person you are. You just completely surrender to the whole thing, the whole Vipassana, the whole values, the Dhamma thing. And so it could be a fair trial to the whole course, and in that way you could get so many like sensation, and because you're not allowed to it is just better you have like no reaction towards all of this. But like for me, I felt like I have some problem to completely forget who I am, my values, and I think part of the course, like part of the value, kind of like against my own value, because I just care about my own feelings so much. I care about who I am so much. I just really want to be myself, and I think like part of the values just not allow me to be like that, and I kind of just didn't really follow the instruction. So I was just like, but still I got so many feelings, so many like brand new experience, and after the course, so I feel like I'm so happy and so content about the whole thing, about the whole course, and there's just nothing complain. And also, like, I'm not a religion person as well, and I think I'm just slightly not really into all the religions as well. And I feel like about the Dhamma Vipassana, I really like the guy who gave us like the speech, and the founder of Vipassana, and I really like the guy. I felt like he never tried to force me to believe in the value. He tried to give it to me, and it's just like comfortable. He's just like adorable person, but still I just kind of still wanted to be myself. So I think all the thoughts I got and all the experience I got was just more because the circumstance, the environment they provided to me, and it's just so beneficial to me. And at this 10th day, I've talked to many people, and I think they are just more care about like the technique, like the physical pain, also like the sensation. But for me, I just got so many like feelings, emotions, which is quite different. And it is not that hard to me because I also didn't push myself that much as well. And at that time, I was just so completely satisfied with what I get from that course. And I also felt like, okay, probably my experience, my feelings kind of like different with them, but like I'm okay with it. And also didn't feel the urge, like wanted to become them, you know, like wanted to copy their experience. Like I was just like, okay, I'm happy with that. And then I think so I also met some friends after the course, and we just like hang out last night. And I think like they all like older than me, and I love that. It's just like you can learn so many things, so many experience from someone older than you and experience more than you. And I think at the beginning, like I think as a person or as someone's friend, it just like it's not easy to give someone genuine advice, you know, and try to see the essence of the problem. It's also like just not easy. Then give them specific advice. It's just like so hard. And I think like especially one of my friends, she just like we talk about like how uncomfortable in my past 25 years when I try to get along with guys. And she just like, maybe there's something inside of you, may you like may this kind of thing always happen to you. And I was just, what's that mean? I felt like a little bit offended, and I felt like, you mean that's what I want? It's what I like. The problem was me. I was just like, I don't know if I can be friend with her. And but then I just checked in my hostel. Then I like something similar happened again, like some sort of harassment, and it was kind of dramatic, and it was kind of crazy as well. And last night we hang out, and I told them what happened to me, and they were just like, maybe there's some better way you can deal with this kind of thing. Maybe you should reject him more directly, more just straightforward, you know. And I was just like, I tried really hard to reject them, but for somehow they just never give up or whatever. And I was just like slightly unhappy. I was just like, maybe I'm not trying to seduce any of them, and I really don't want that. And they say, maybe it's because you don't want that, and for somehow they just give you that just because you don't want them, just because you react to them, and for somehow the universe just gave you that type of energy. Because in Vipassana, they advise you just don't react to all the sensation, all the emotions, feelings. But like I reacted too hard, and that's why I kind of got the opposite result. Like then that made me start to wonder, maybe that's true. Maybe anyways, that made me reconsider like the whole thing, like the whole course. Because I think every time this kind of thing happened, I was just quite emotional. And also I think in a way, when this kind of thing happened to me, I always kind of like, the show starts, I was just like not really try that hard to stop them. I was just like, what are you gonna do? Let me let's say I was just like, drama gonna start. I think maybe because of that type of mindset, for somehow I just attract something that I don't want to attract. And so yeah, I think the energy thing just really interesting to me. And also I like last night all my friends, they just shared their, like after the course they also did some meditation by themselves once they back home, and they shared their feelings about it, like all the sensation they got. It was just like so amazing. They felt like some like free flow in their body, and like they did some meditation and they just cried because it was so relief, love, this kind of stuff. I was just like, I didn't feel that way. And then that made me start to a little bit curious about how that feel. And I talked to one of the friends, like actually it's the same person who gave me the advice that I didn't really like. And she just said, I just told her that I felt like I didn't really surrender myself. I just want to feel comfortable. I just want to be myself. And she said, that's exactly the problem. You didn't open to the whole thing, and you just so afraid there's something gonna change you, and you just want to be yourself. But like all of us just changing, we always changing, we always growing, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. Then I think I always know that, but still I just like wanted to be myself, and I was just kind of stubborn, I'll say. And I was just like, you got me. And that really made me think about maybe I really should just like open myself a little bit. Maybe I was just too close-minded, and that made me miss a lot of things and a lot of feelings. So because of that, I felt like, yeah, I really should meditate again, just by myself or whatever, and just try to just follow the instruction and restrain myself and don't react to anything, like all the feelings, sensations. Just focus on the technique. And yeah, there's like, I always felt that way. Like after the course, I felt like there's still something I need to process. It's just gonna take some time, and at the moment I really felt like I should give it to a fair trial, to the whole course, to the whole technique. And so because the retreatment, I just like woke up so early, around like 5 or 6, and I woke up, but I felt like still tired because I stayed up quite late last night. I was just lying on my bed and didn't do anything. And then, but I think inside of me still like just changed a lot. And there's some like nuance I didn't like realize, but it's already changed inside of me. And so I ordered my favorite breakfast, coffee, croissant, almond croissant, and I just enjoy my meal and enjoy my breakfast. I feel like I enjoyed every bite of the croissant, every sip of the coffee. I listened to the music. It feels like so good. And at some point I just felt like it's like 9 a.m. Then I finished my breakfast. I felt like I'm ready to make the video. I'm ready to talk. I feel like, but after the meal, I felt like I want to meditate for an hour. So I did. I was just sitting in the hall, and because I was just sitting on the floor, so it was quite hard for my like butt, my leg, my thigh. I felt like a lot of numbness. But like during the whole meditation, because I restrict myself, I try to follow the instruction, the technique, I felt like so different. Like I just because what they want me to do was like I should start to feel like to sense all my sensation from the top of my head to the toe of my like to the bottom of my toe. And I was just like I'm not really sharp to feel those sensations. So I was just like, I just start from the basic one. I just felt like my nose, the breeze, like how they come in, how they going out, this kind of stuff. And I just focus on my breath. And still, there's so many like not like so many, but like some thoughts come to me. I just start to think about my breakfast. I felt like I enjoyed my meal. I felt like so happy. I felt like I just enjoyed those minor happiness, and I felt like so grateful, and I felt like I'm so lucky, and I felt like I haven't felt that way. Just enjoyed those minor happiness in my life for a long time, and I felt like so good. And also think about the conversation I had with my friends, and I don't know, I just think about like the whole world, the whole human being, that I really, because this is what I wish all the time, that I really wish all of us just like equal, and there's no race, there's no color, everyone just genuinely believe that all of us just like equal. And that thoughts just made me like quite emotional. Then I think I just kind of started to cry, and I just felt like so grateful. Like I'm so happy that I be able to enjoy those minor happiness, those small thing in my daily life. And I used to be numb for so long. I used to not be able to feel those emotions for a long time, and at the same time I tried not react to it. I tried to just observe all the feelings, but at the same time it was just like naturally I just started to cry when I my face was just full of tears, and I've tested the saltiness of my tear. That was just like so emotional moment. And I think like I think it's because I don't know if it's just because the technique, or it's because the whole meditation thing and made me feel those emotions. I just don't know why. And I try to follow the instruction, and for somehow I just started to cry, because some of my friends, they also told me that after the meditation they just start to cry for a long time and by themselves, like start to laugh by themselves. I was just like, oh my god, it's like amazing. It's like amazing. And at the same time, like my bottom and my like a leg, it was just felt numbness, and I only felt numb. And so it's like quite hard to keep sitting, keep the same posture like that. And at the same time I was just crying. Then I try to calm down. I try to just like breath a little bit hard and a little bit heavy. Then I feel like I'm calm down. I feel like it's time to just open my eyes and try to just like ease myself. And at the same time, the huge joy, the huge gratitude, just I just felt those emotions, and I'm so happy, and I feel like it should be part of my life. And this is what exactly the founder said to us, like now Vipassana, now Dhamma, just part of our life, in our lives forever. And the whole thing just like so wholesome and brought me so many benefits. And I cannot tell how grateful I am, how you just should try it. You just should try it. And I just feel extremely grateful for everything I could experience, everything I have, and all the people I met, all the friends. I felt like I love them so much. I felt so grateful. I love them so much. And life just wonderful. And at the same time, like yesterday, I recommended this course to all my friends, and I told them, you're gonna try it. It's gonna be life-changing. It's gonna be, you're gonna figure something out if you try this. So yeah, I got so many things to say, to tell everyone, and I feel like it's so important to share my experience, because I feel like everyone just should try this. Everyone should figure out what they really want and who they really are, and just like the whole experience I got. And I wanted to do like an interview type of video at the beginning. I wanted to just like chat with my friend and share both of us like our like experience of the whole thing. But like then I feel like I got so many to say, and I gonna express this first, and this is why I'm here. And I'm so happy I did this, and I'm really looking forward to see people's feedback, and I'm really looking forward to see the changing of our lives, and especially all the friends after this course, and how they changed, what kind of difference they got, what kind of improvement they got, and what kind of benefits they got. It's just so excited. There's just so many things to looking forward in our daily life. And yes, just so many love, just like real harmony, real happiness. Real harmony, real happiness. This is what I got. Like, this is what Goenka tried to tell us. If you follow the instruction, you will purify yourself. Like all the defilements, all the bondages, all the chains, all the shackles. You will purify all of them, and you will be a just real happy person. And I really wish all of you guys can feel that way. All of us can love yourself, can love the whole world, love all the people in your life, all the friends, all your families, and love the world, love the nature, and love all your hobby and doing the thing you love. Just a lot of love, a lot of happiness. Yes, it's so good to chat with you guys, to share my experience with you guys, and we will see each other in next video. Bye bye.